there. Hope you had a good long weekend with Martin Luther King Day worked in there. I'm just going to give us a few updates on some things going on in the class and some common questions. First of all, a lot of you are asking about assignment deadlines, and there's two ways to find those out. One, I'm going to tell you, and second, they're all, if you click on your assignment tab in your left navigation, you'll see all of the assignments listed, and underneath there, you'll see that they all have due dates of 11:55, and what that means is that all assignments are due Sunday at midnight. But if I put 12, what I did one year is I put 12 o'clock, 12 a.m. Monday morning, and I had students think they had it all day Monday, and then they were frustrated that it was late. So I just always put 11:55 in to kind of cue you in that Sunday night they're due, and then I build in a little bit of a buffer. You have until like 12:15 in order to really finish that off. So basically you have about 20 minutes to get the assignment in and not be counted late. If you have to be late for something, there are unforeseen circumstances. We're going to avoid that at all costs, but if you have to be late, let me know what's going on so I can better understand where you're coming from. And even if you can tell me ahead, some of you have done that, I appreciate that. But basically, that's how you get your assignments in on time, and I purposely made all the deadlines the same time so that you would never have any confusion. Now, obviously, there's going to be times when we're doing things like discussion boards that would be helpful if your work was done before Sunday at midnight, because how is somebody going to respond to your work if you haven't posted anything? But I'm going to let you be an adult and be responsible with that. If we see it being a problem, then we'll change the deadlines. Okay, so that was one thing, and then I hope you saw I did the updates on the comp class and how to log in and to turn it in. I'm looking on my other screen here to see what all I need. If either of those aren't working for you, let me know. And if you were late getting your registration for comp class done, that's not on you, that's on me. I couldn't, they had a lot of glitches in getting our class set up since it was kind of a last minute setup. So we're not going to blame you on that one, and so please don't stress out about that. Okay, let me see what else we've got going on. Let's just jump into the syllabus real quick, or I'm sorry, the course content real quick, and see what we've got going on this week, okay? In week 2, we have a total of 10 points, and you're going to be doing some reading from the textbook. And as a rule, anytime you are reading essay type information, I would really recommend that you're doing some underlining and some highlighting and annotating. It's one of the proven top ways that we improve our comprehension and our learning. It's one of the top strategies. So really encourage you to do that. If you are more of electronic person, sometimes certain articles can be pulled up online. I haven't checked these out. But nonetheless, get that highlighter out, get that pencil out, anything that helps you connect to what you're reading and keeps your mind from going off and what am I going to do tonight? What's for supper? I'm kind of hungry. We need that. We need that accountability, and and it also gives you something to go back to when we go to write the papers. You'll have your textbook all marked up so that you can return to it. If you don't like writing in textbooks, invest in some sticky notes and stick them on the articles, and use your sticky notes as sort of tabs where you keep short notes, or maybe even write down page numbers that had significant items on it, so that you can then use those tabs as resources and you're not trying to madly find that perfect quote when we go to write the paper. Okay, so you're going to be doing some reading. We're looking at preparing for our narrative essay assignment. So look for the storyness. Where do these essays become where do they have a story woven into them? And what is your story that you're going to be weaving later? Okay, on the next assignment is to read the prompt for the narrative essay, and do take some time to even annotate the prompt itself. This is going to be an academic paper, but that doesn't mean it can't have personality in it, okay? You want to possibly even look at some student essays and make sure that you're always using MLA for this paper. Remember, because it's a personal paper, you're probably going to use an I. Avoid you, because you ends up sounding demanding or condescending sometimes. It just is one of those words you want to avoid. But the I works, especially for this. And you're going to be graded. Basically, there's a rubric built into this prompt, and look through it. Look through what kind of story I'm looking for. And do use your readings this week as examples. Also, some of the readings this week you might find you resonate with more than others, and you might find that you don't feel like one works as well for you. Ask yourself what works and what doesn't, and then imitate that style. And it looks like this one. I'm looking through the essay assignment here. You may not be using any resources to quote or to have as internal citations, but they are going to be used to kind of give you inspiration this time. So I kind of misspoke earlier. I don't want to confuse you on that. That you're not really using them as resources this time. You're using them as resources, but not necessarily as like points of citation. Okay, next on our assignment is to look through the point of view and tense shifts slideshow. We want to stay in the same verb tense, and we want to be very aware of what our point of view does to our writing. What's our motive? What voice are we creating? And then there's a little test over that. Don't get too freaked out, okay? We have some discussion questions this week. And then obviously we're going to reply. If it's a discussion, it's not a discussion unless you have somebody respond to you. Hey, try to mix it up a little bit. If you notice that somebody's discussion is getting a lot of attention and somebody's is getting ignored, would you try to help everybody stay included with me on this and maybe respond to that person whose response hasn't been addressed yet? I think that'd make us all feel more part of things. Have a great week. Keep the questions coming, and obviously I'm here for you. Please ask. It's not dumb or stupid, and I'll never make you feel silly, okay? Talk to you later.